531 new this morning thanks to the QMG Foundation. In partnership with the Tim Haley Fund, local schools and nonprofits can apply for a grant to purchase automated external defibrillators, or AEDs. But time is quickly running out.
Yeah, having an AED on hand in case of an emergency can save a life. WGEM's Sydney Lyerly talked to one of Haley's family members about the importance of heart screenings, especially for young adults. Sydney, good morning.
Kyle, good morning. In 2017, Tim Haley passed away at the age of 26 from an undiagnosed heart condition. Since then, his family has set up a yearly heart check event and other funds in his name. They recently expanded their fund line so schools and nonprofits can apply for a grant to purchase an AED. Haley's cousin says AEDs are the first line of defense for someone who is going into cardiac arrest. He says many times heart conditions in young adults or kids go unnoticed because physicals don't cover heart screenings. He reminds young adults of the importance of having your heart screened.
Individuals, all think they're invincible, and unfortunately that's not the case. No matter how fit they are, how athletic, how active they are, it can happen to anybody, as evidence of Tim, unfortunately. So young individuals especially need to have that identified early.
Whitty adds the cost of AEDs can be expensive and hopes this grant helps schools and nonprofits be able to afford the life-saving device. The grant application for AEDs is now open, but does close at 11:59 p.m. today. Each spring, the Tim Haley Fund hosts a Heart Check for Tim event, which offers free heart screenings. The next event is on May 9th. Details on that event, as well as the application for AED grants, can be found at WGEM.com. Kyle, back to you.
All right, Sydney, thank you. The director of the QMG Foundation says the decision on which schools and nonprofits will receive the AED grant should be made next month. She says they have enough money for multiple recipients to be selected.